you guys? It's Nasim here. Now today I'm going to be giving you guys a very special look at the brand new Samsung Galaxy Tab S8. Now in my opinion, I think that the Galaxy S8 is one of the best tablets in terms of value, because when you think about it, what other tablet is this strong and costs less than 800 bucks? The Galaxy Tab S8 has a better processor, it has a better display, better speakers, a better software, and is more powerful than any other tablet that costs the same price. And that is why I would recommend the Galaxy Tab S8 to anybody who wants a tablet but doesn't want to spend over $1,000, because the Galaxy Tab S8 does everything that you need in a tablet and you don't have to spend a fortune just to get it. And not only do you get a ton of power, but you also get that amazing portability just like on any other tablet in the market. And even if you want to use the Tab S8 as your own personal computer, you can connect it to your keyboard, turn on Samsung DeX, and get the ultimate PC experience. And those are some of the reasons as to why I think that the Galaxy Tab S8 is a must buy for a lot of people. But before I give you guys some insight as to how great the Galaxy Tab S8 is, the first thing that we have to do is unbox this thing, right? Now, the first thing that I noticed when I was unboxing the Galaxy Tab S8 was the fact that the box had a very cool white aesthetic to it. Like on the front, you have the white Galaxy Tab text on top. Underneath that, you have the Galaxy Tab with the Bluetooth S Pen, and on the bottom, there's the black Galaxy Tab S8 text to match the whole aesthetic. Now, something that I was really surprised by when it came to the box was the fact that it was extremely thin compared to last year's Tab 7. And the reason that I think the box is so thin is because the Tab S8 itself is very, very thin, and also because this year Samsung will not be including the charger in the box and will only come with the charging cable. Now, the first thing that we see when we open the box is the Tab S8, and again, if we do a side profile, you can just see how thin this tablet is, and this will definitely help with its portability, like whenever you're trying to fit it into a smaller space. Now, when we look at the back of the Tab S8, we can see that it has the same exact back as the Tab S7 with the 2 camera setup along with the flash. Also right here, you can see that there's a long line beside the camera, and this is where you'll be able to put your Bluetooth S Pen. On the left, we have the Samsung logo branding, and on each side of the tablet, we again have the same design that can be found on the Galaxy Tab S7, along with the AKG branding on the bottom. Now, on the left side of the Tab S8, we have 2 of our quad speakers along with our microphone in the middle. On the bottom, we have the connector along with the mounting system for the Samsung keyboard. On the right side, there's the USB Type-C charging port along with our other 2 speakers. And last but not least, on the top, we have the micro SD slot along with our mic, up and down volume rockers, and power button. Now, when we look at the display, I really loved how clean and sleek it looked. Like right here, you can see the bezels are extremely thin, especially when compared to other tablets, and the display is very comparable to the Galaxy Tab S7. Now, the final things that we have in the box is the Bluetooth S Pen that also has the side button for wand gestures. We have our starter guide, and we have the USB Type-C to USB Type-C charging cable, which again means that we will not be getting a charger brick in the box. Now, the Galaxy Tab S8 comes in 3 different colors, starting with silver, pink gold, and graphite, which is the one that I have. And I must say that graphite is definitely the best color for everyday use. Like right here, you can see that it has a very grayish black look that gives off a very professional and sleek vibe, while also maintaining that classic Galaxy Tab look. Even when we look at it in the light, you can see that the matte back makes the gray look even nicer, and the glossy parts of the Tab S8 fit in very well. Like right here, you can see that the cutout of where the S Pen is lines up with the camera to make the S Pen's placement look even cooler on the Tab S7. Even right here, when side by side to my MacBook Pro, it looks as professional and can definitely blend in if you're at an office, at school, or at your local coffee place. Now, the Galaxy Tab S8 has an 11-inch TFT display that supports 120Hz refresh rate and has a brightness that can go up to 500 nits, which is the exact same amount of brightness as the S8 Ultra. And even though the display is 100 nits lower than the 12.9-inch iPad Pro, I would still say that it was extremely bright and was able to hold its own weight, which is especially great since it's at a cheaper price. Like right here, you can just see how bright my screen is, and no matter how bright it gets in my house, I'm still able to see everything without having to put it on max brightness. And looking at the display, I would say that the quality was one of the best that I had ever experienced on the tablet. Like right here, you can see that whenever I'm watching something on the S8, the resolution is still amazing, the colors are very vibrant, the realistic aspect is still there when it comes to sharpness, and the bezels are super slim, so the watching experience was the best that I had ever seen on a tablet. And to show you guys what I mean, here are some examples of me playing games and watching videos. It's Nasim here. Now, after using the Samsung Galaxy S22 for about a week now, the one thing that kept coming to my mind whenever I was using this product on a day-to-day basis was this one simple statement that I feel wraps it up as a whole. And now, when we look at the build quality on the Tab S8, I would say that it's surprisingly really good when compared to the Tab S7. The Tab S8 has a really good weight to it, and it also has Corning Gorilla Glass 5, so that means that it's pretty durable, and if you drop or sit on it, it's more than likely going to be perfectly fine, but again, you still should get a case. And even when we look at the S Pen, I would say that it was extremely hard, so if you ever sit on it or your kids or little siblings end up messing with it, the pen is definitely strong enough to withstand a lot. Now, the Galaxy Tab S8 has a 13 megapixel wide and 10 megapixel telephoto that also records up to 4K at 60 frames per second. Also on the front, we have the 12 megapixel selfie camera that, just like on the back cameras, is still pretty good for a tablet. And looking at sample photos, we can see that the daytime outside photos were the best. The colors were vibrant, the sharpness was pretty great, but there were times where it could be too sharp and my skin tone was pretty accurate. Now, when we look at the daytime inside photos, I would say that these also perform very well. Like right here, you can see that the colors were very accurate, the sharpness was still great, and there were times where there was mild graininess, but it still overall looked really good. Next, when we look at the nighttime outside photos, we can see that the night mode was able to get a lot of light in to give a quality photo. The sharpness was still pretty great, but my skin tone was lighter than normal, which really threw out the pic. And the nighttime inside photos were pretty good, but the grain was higher than usual. But once I turned on the lights, the quality was much better and there was little to no grain. Now, when it comes to the additional specs, the Galaxy Tab S8 supports 45 watt fast charging. It has an 8000 mAh battery. It has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor, and it has storage that goes from 128 gigs to 256 gigs with up to 12 gigs worth of RAM, which is pretty okay. And there it is, you guys, my review on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8. Now, make sure you stay tuned because I will be doing a day in the life review and I will be doing a second review to follow up with it. So make sure you subscribe. And if you guys made it to the end of this video, I would like to say thank you for sticking around, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe. It will be very appreciated. And as far as social media, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.